Oh dear. Oh, okay. That's enough. Are you recording? Okay. Oh, look at how cute. It's okay. Look at how cute the little baby. Oh my goodness, it's so adorable. Oh my gosh. You're so cute. Hey y'all. So today I am slack packing, and since the hiking is going to be easier, I'm taking it as an opportunity to answer some questions that people have been asking me on YouTube. Also, it's my birthday. June 4th is my birthday. Technically today isn't actually my birthday, but this video will be coming out on June 4th. So happy birthday to me. So a little bit about me. My real name is Chloe, and I am 18 years old, but I will be 19 by the time this video is released. And I really learned about the trail when I was about 17. My mom actually bought a map of the AT and hung it up in our hallway, and I was looking at it and I realized, wow, this thing is really long. It's 2,200 miles. And I did the math and I was like, okay, this would take at least 6 months. And I just remember being flabbergasted by that. I mean, it made me think that only really fit, strong people could hike the AT, and that it was way out of reach for someone like me. But then I eventually started to learn more and more about it, and the more I learned, the more I realized that the physical aspect is not the hardest part of the AT. It's really the mental game, and it's all about having the correct mindset. And hopefully y'all have learned that from watching my videos. Physically, it's very doable. You just, you have to approach it with a good level of optimism. So then I graduated high school in 2021, and I got into my dream college and was going to become a veterinarian. And I just realized that I didn't want to pursue that ordinary lifestyle where you go to college, you graduate, you get a job. I didn't want to be a part of the hamster wheel of society, shall we say. So I decided to take a big risk and start planning my hike for the Appalachian Trail. So at that point, I was really focused on saving up enough money to hike. And after doing some research, I ended up calculating that it would cost me about $1,500 for all of my gear, and then an additional $4,000 to $5,000 for the actual hike itself. So I went ahead and got all my gear. It ended up retailing at about $3,000, but I only spent $1,500 because of all the discounts I got through my career. And keep in mind that although I spent $1,500 on my gear and could have spent up to $3,000, my mom back here actually spent under $500 on her entire setup, and her entire pack weight was 21.4 pounds, including food and water. So you can definitely still have a light pack weight and spend less money. In order to do so, you just will need help from an expert or have to do a lot of research. The reason she was able to save so much is because I helped her out. because, you know, this is my job. So gear is a passion of mine, and I was able to help her put it all together. Anyways, I got all my gear, spent about $1,500 on it, and then I saved up about $4,500 for my hike. Got into a wreck, and my savings went down to $3,000. So I started the trail with $3,000 in my bank account. That is not a lot. It's like really not a lot. But luckily, I've had a lot of financial support from my friends and family, especially in the beginning of my hike. And right now, because it's my birthday, I'm also getting a pretty good sum of money from the fam. And although $3,000 isn't a lot of money, I'm 18, so I don't really go to the breweries and spend all that money on beer. I can go a little bit further without a break, and I'm a third of the way through, and I've spent $1,000, so I'm on track to finish with just enough money. So I'm not terribly concerned about that. And once you actually start hiking the Appalachian Trail, you learn a lot about yourself and others and the world around you. The biggest thing I've learned is that all people are pretty much the same. We go through the same struggles. And at the end of the day, you know, we're all just human beings. There have been a lot of foreigners that hike the AT, people from all different walks of life, and you really get to know everybody. And that's kind of how you realize, we're all pretty much the same. And because of that, I've really developed this mindset where I don't really care what other people think about me. You gain a lot of self-confidence from the trail. And once I go back, I'm definitely not going to be the same person. And with that being said, that has definitely been my favorite part of the AT so far, is the people. I have a really great group of friends out here, and even the people I don't know so well are great to be around too. And then also you guys, all of my viewers have really encouraged me, and I don't even know if I would have gotten this far if it weren't for you guys and your really nice comments and your words of encouragement. I, to an extent, consider you guys my family because you probably see more of my life than anyone else on the AT does. And then I would say the hardest part of the AT was the very beginning. Just adjusting to this lifestyle and getting into a routine, figuring out what works best for me. So if you guys ever hike the AT, just understand that you probably will have a rough patch in the beginning. I mean, I remember the very first night I was lying in my tent and I was just asking myself, what in the world am I doing? Am I crazy for doing this? Should I turn around? So it's definitely really common, and I think that's why so many people quit in the beginning. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but at the NOC, my bad, it's Neal's Gap. At Neal's Gap, 25% of thru hikers get off, and that's 30 miles in. So that kind of gives you a good idea of how rough it will be in the beginning. But if you push through, I promise you will learn to love it. And then let's talk about what is needed to successfully finish the AT. And my mom and I were talking about this. Someone did some research on thru hikers and studied the people that finished and made it to Katahdin, and there were a couple factors that this person said were really important if you wanted to make it to the end. So the first factor is your pack weight. The research showed that most people who finished had a base weight of under 20 pounds. And even if you're not starting with a base weight under 20 pounds, you really want to try and get there within the first month or two. I was able to do it. I definitely didn't start with a pack that light, but I was able to drop things. So keeping a light pack is just a really big deal, and you can go so much faster when your pack weighs under 25 pounds. Another thing that was really important for people who finish is having a tramily, or at least a group of friends that you stick pretty close to, because when you're surrounded by a group of like-minded people, it's a little bit harder to get off because everyone around you wants to know where you are and wants to hike with you. But if you hike alone, it's a lot easier to just slip off trail and never tell anyone about it. So having friends / a tramily is another important factor. And then the final two were taking a healthy amount of breaks, and also how badly you want to finish the trail. So it's not really a good idea to push yourself on trail. One really popular saying is, listen to your body. And if you get tired of hiking, take a couple zeros. Don't push yourself, don't rush yourself, because a lot of people that I met in the beginning who were trying to complete in maybe 100 days or in 4 months and wanted to do 20-something miles a day, they're all off trail now. And it's better to just go with the flow and not be too hard on yourself. And then, like I said, drive is really important, how badly you want to finish. I've met people out here who are like, yeah, I don't really care if I make it to Katahdin, I just kind of want to see how far I can go. And then there are some people who quit their job, left their home, put everything in storage, and the stakes are just higher for them, and they feel more of a drive to get to Katahdin. So I would say that I really want to finish, so hopefully that factor will help me make it to the end. But yeah, those are, according to the trek, the most important things when it comes to finishing the Appalachian Trail. And I am actually getting off trail for, I think, 2 or 3 more days, because my mom is a musician and she has a show coming up, and some of her band members ended up getting COVID. So I took it as an opportunity to offer myself up as a singer, and I'm going to be performing with her. I am so excited. This is going to be a really great show. And it will also be another great form of income for me, because I'll be making a good sum of money from it. So I can have some more money for my hike and also have lots of fun. And yeah, I will be back on trail shortly. There might not be a video tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a day or two.